All right. Hello and welcome. Okay, we'll just get started because I can't see anybody. It's a lot different than Zoom. Welcome. Today I have 2 blocks. So if you want to grab 2 blocks, go ahead and grab them now. If you can't hear me, please let me know. There's a little chat box on the side and I will try to figure it out the best I can. This is new for everybody. Sorry if things go a little awry. So I just have 2 blocks today and we'll go ahead and get started on our mat. You don't need blocks. We're going to go for a simpler flow today, but if you want blocks and you know you like them, go ahead and grab them and we'll get started. So we're going to actually start in easy pose. So sitting up nice and tall wherever you are, and if you want to sit on a block or if you want to sit on a blanket, you can to give yourself a little bit of a boost. We're not going to be here for too long. So you can move any flesh out of the way and then sit up nice and tall. Let's try to draw those shoulders right over our hips. So if you'd like, you can shift forward, you can shift back, and you can shift from side to side. Just trying to find that center alignment right over your hips to sit up nice and tall. So when you've found that center point, we'll draw our shoulders back and down and then slightly lift your chin onto the horizon. Let's press down through our hips and lift up, lengthening through our spine. Crown of the head is reaching towards the sky. We'll just begin to welcome ourselves to our mat today. Maybe notice your surroundings or the earth beneath you. Take a moment to focus on your breath, where you feel it. Is it soft? Is it harsh? Is it shallow? Is it deep? Then begin to notice if you're breathing in your chest or if you're breathing in your belly. We want to try to send that breath all the way down into our belly and really allow our belly to expand here. So if you're ready, exhale wherever you're at. Take a full deep inhale through your nose and feel your belly expand. You can even put your hand there. Exhale, let it go out through your mouth. We'll take a few of these on our own, just channeling and pumping that breath into our belly. Eyes can be opened or closed. And full deep inhales through your nose, feeling the belly expand. And exhale, drawing it in. Compressing all the stale air out from yesterday. Relax through your jaw. Relax through your facial muscles. And then we'll take another 3 rounds together. This time, exhale completely. Take a full deep inhale. Hold it at the top. And then exhale, H-A-ha, make an audible noise out through your mouth. 3 more just like that. Biggest, fullest, deepest inhale. Belly expands. And then exhale, H-A-ha. Last one. Again, inhaling, sit up nice and tall. One more sip at the top. Hold it. And then exhale, completely release. Sink down into your seat. If you have it in your practice and you want to cultivate that Ujjayi breath, go ahead and start it now. Inhaling and exhaling out through your nose, making that audible noise. Audible inhale, H-A-ha. Audible exhale, H-A-ha, out through your nose. We'll take a moment here. And if you'd like, we can set an intention for the day. So let's take a deep inhale. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands come through heart center. You can bow to your fingertips. You can then set your intention for anything you want today or even just for your practice this morning. Maybe just thank yourself for waking up, getting a little bit of movement in. I'm going to set mine to allow ease today and just throughout my weekend. Just allowing myself to slow down and take it easy. When you're all set with that intention, we'll gently bring our hands to the tops of our knees. Again, sitting up nice and tall. Eyes can remain closed or you can open them. We're going to take some seated circles. So we're going to inhale, heart sweeps forward. And then exhale, we'll sit back. Belly button pulls towards our spine. There's no real wrong way of doing this. So just inhale, coming forward. And then exhale, pulling back. Inhale, heart reaches forward. And an exhale pulls you back. So we're just syncing our movement up with our breath here. Moving slow, and you can make fast circles or big circles or small circles. It's up to you. You don't have to match me. And just a reminder for practice today, this is your practice. So if you want to take any other variation, you can. You can always come down into a child's pose. You can always come down into Shavasana if you're not feeling it, and just lay on your mat. That's still considered yoga. When you're ready, switch directions. Again, inhale, heart sweeps forward. Exhale, pulls you back and around. Still moving with your breath wherever you are. If you were on a seat, though, if you were on a block, you might have had to jump off that or jump off it now if it's not feeling great. Just a few more rounds here. And then we'll all come back through center again, trying to find that center point. Shoulders right up over our hips. Hands can come to the tops of our knees here. And we're just going to gently take our neck and shift from side to side. So right ear to right shoulder, and then coming across left ear to left shoulder. Being very gentle and very mindful with our neck. Again, eyes can remain closed, or you can keep them open. It's your choice. And then we'll switch directions, so chin to chest. And then gently drop it back only to where you feel comfortable. Just a few more rounds, very slowly, very gently. And then we'll all come back through center, chin on the horizon, gazing over to the left. You don't have to crank your neck, only to where it feels comfortable. Just getting a little bit of mobility in, and then gazing to the right. If you want to sync your movement up with your breath, exhale to the left or right. Inhale when you switch. So inhale through center, exhale to the left or right. Two more rounds wherever you are. And then we'll all gently come back through center. Let's take our legs out wide, kick them out. You can give them a nice little wiggle here. You can stretch your toes, roll out your ankles, get the blood flow back into them. Then we're just going to take it into a wide straddle shift. So just shifting from side to side. You can touch your toes if you want, but you don't have to. You can just slide your hands up and down your legs, whatever feels comfortable. Moving slowly so you don't shock your legs here. If you want a more active pose, pull your toes back towards your face and press through your heels. It'll get a deeper stretch here. Couple more rounds, and then we'll hold it on one side or the other. I'm going to start over here on my right. So if you want to just take your right hand and plant it right next to your right, on the outside of your right leg, you can reach over, maybe left arm reaches. You can keep that left hand down too if you'd like, onto your thigh, whatever feels best. You can hinge forward more into this bend. It doesn't have to be super intense. You don't have to grab your foot this morning. Then we'll switch sides. Again, if you want to plant your left hand onto the outside of your left leg, right arm reaches over. You can stay here, or a less active approach, you can just reach and bend over to your left side. Right hand can come onto your right thigh. Gaze can come down to your knee. Then we'll all gently come back through center again, giving our feet a nice little wiggle. And then we'll come into our tabletop position, whatever transition you want to take. Let's bring our knees right underneath our hips and our wrists right underneath our shoulders here. And you can just begin to shift from side to side, stretching out those outer legs, outer thighs. Then when you're ready, go ahead, take a few cat-cows. Inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts, hips lift. And then exhale, pull that belly button to spine, round your back, broaden across your shoulder blades. Inhale, pulls you to cow. Make sure you're getting that whole spinal movement, not just flopping your head back and forth. Exhale will take you to cow. Go ahead, take a few of these on your own. And then you can take any organic movement that you'd like. You can shift your hips from side to side. You can create a C shape. You can do little circles with your torso. Whatever's going to cater to you this morning. Just moving with your own breath. A few more rounds wherever you are. And any other movement. Then we'll all make our way back through center. Let's pick up this right leg, kick it back behind us, toes come to the earth, heel reaches back down. Nice little calf stretch here. Pressing firmly through both hands. Fingers don't have to be spread super wide, but just spread them a little. If you want a deeper stretch, you can tuck your left toes, lift your left knee up off the earth as well. We'll all gently come back. Let's bend this right knee, open it up, big hip circles. Trying to keep our shoulders and chest level here. We're not dumping into our left or right side. An inhale will bring your knee up and around, and an exhale will take it down. Slow, controlled movement. It's okay if you're doing small circles or big circles. Wherever you are, switch directions. And then we're going to take this right leg out to the side of our mat. So I'm going to switch directions so you can see me here. We want to make sure that this arch of our right foot is in line with our knee. Now we can walk our hands forward here and then exhale, press our hips back so our hips are sending back towards our left heel. If you want a deeper stretch here in your hip, I'm going to turn my right toes out to the corner or just out diagonally, bending through my right knee. Drag it in just a bit for an intense stretch. Inhale shifts you forward and an exhale sits you back. So a deep little hip opener here. Again, you gauge the intensity, so if you want to maybe come inhale forward and then exhale shift back, easing yourself into it. Then you can also shift back into that regular gait stretch here, stretching down your hamstring. It's whatever works for you this morning. So that hip opener can be pretty tough first thing. If you are in that hip opener, you can take some circles. So allowing your right knee to bend and lengthen on the circles. So finding that mobility again. And if you are taking those circles, let's switch directions. And then we'll all come back through center. Let's shift our toes forward again, finding that arch to knee alignment. So my right arch is lined up with my left knee. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders as we inhale, lift up. Keep a slight bend in this left knee. We're coming into our gate pose here. Arms reach up overhead. And then exhale, right hand to right leg. Again, micro bend in your knee. Left fingertips will reach over to the right side. Option to stay here. You can cactus, open your arm, lift your chest towards the sky, upper body twist. Still working through your core. Pull your low belly in and up. Breathe wherever you are. And then an inhale, send those fingertips over to the right again. And then we're going to take this left hand down to the floor or a block. Right fingertips reach up towards the left side. Again, deep side body stretch here. Left hand can be on the floor or a block. And then again, option to cactus, open your right arm, bringing your chest towards the sky, upper body twist. Still hugging your core in here. Right fingertips send over to the left. Coming back down, let's bring that right hand back down to the floor. So our leg is kicked out, and let's bring that right knee right back underneath our right hip. Gently shift from side to side here. Coming into our left side now, let's take a deep inhale. Kick this left leg out behind us. Tuck your toes. Heel sends down to the earth. Nice little calf stretch. And then again, if you want a deeper calf stretch, tuck your right toes, lift this right knee up off the earth. And then we'll gently shift back forward, bend your left knee, open up your hip, coming into your knee circle straight away. Inhale, knee lifts. Exhale, pull it down and around. Again, you can take big circles, small circles, wherever you are, it's fine. Just trying to even out the weight through your left and right side body so you're not crunching over into the right. Switch directions. Noticing that each side of your body is different, so your right side might have been a little bit easier than your left. I know it is for me. And then we'll all come back through center. Let's kick this left leg to the left side of our mat. So again, that heel to arch alignment. You can inhale, shift forward. And then exhale, shift your hips back towards your right heel. You can stay here for a few breaths. And then if you're wanting that big, deep hip opener, turn your left toes out just slightly so they're at a small angle. Pull your foot in. You can take it into a deep bend or a shallow bend. It's up to you. Inhale shifts you forward, and an exhale sits you back for that deep hip opener again here. Wherever you are, send your breath to any tension points. Maybe with every exhale, you sink a little bit deeper, find a little bit more ease in a pose. Reconnecting, coming back to your intention if you feel like your mind is wandering. And then if you are in this hip opener, you can take those circles again. So allowing this left knee to bend and straighten as you come around. Over to the left, it bends. And if you come over to the right, it straightens out. Maybe those toes even lift up off the earth. So just allowing a little bit of fluidity into your pose or into your practice. Finding what feels good in your own body or what suits you. Let's switch directions. And then we'll all come back through center. Again, if you want to sit back for one more deep stretch here, you can. And then let's draw our hands right underneath our shoulders. Kick your left leg back out so our toes are facing towards the top of our mat again. We have that knee to arch alignment. And we'll gently walk our hands back as we inhale, lift up. Arms reach up overhead. Slight bend in your left knee. Left hand to left leg. Right fingertips reach over to the left side. Option to cactus open this top arm. Deep stretch. Nice little twist here, opening up the shoulder. Connecting with your breath. Inhale, send this right fingertips over to the left. And then we'll come over to the right side of our mat. Right fingertips to the floor or to a block. Left fingertips follow over to the right side. Our left foot is still planted on the earth. Micro bend in your knee. And then option, cactus open this left top arm. Spinning your chest and gaze towards the sky if it's available. Again, breathing into any tension points. And then send an inhale. Left fingertips reach over to the right, and then we're going to take our hands right underneath our shoulders here. And then this left leg will come right underneath our left hip. Again, shifting from side to side. Taking one more cat-cow if you'd like. Then we're going to work our way into our first downward facing dog. So walk your hands one palm's length from where they were at right now. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale, lift your knees and send your hips up towards the sky. Hands can be as wide as you'd like. Fingertips are spread out on the mat. Just make sure you're pressing through all fingers, knuckles, and palms here. So you're not just dumping into your wrists. You don't want that 90-degree angle in your wrist. You want even weight throughout your hand. And then your heels don't have to touch the earth. You can lift them up and keep them bend in your knee to send your hips a little bit higher. And then you can go ahead, start walking out your dog. You can even pivot on your feet, shifting your hips from side to side. You can shake your head yes. You can shake your head no. Again, whatever is going to feel good today. Gazing back at your toes. All 10 toes are facing forward. You can't see your heels any longer. So the whole point of downward facing dog is to lengthen through your spine, not to get your feet or like your legs super stick straight. So just focus on getting those hips up into the air and finding something that's at least a little bit comfortable in your downward facing dog. Again, still taking any movement you need. Moving slow this morning. And when you're ready, let's find a little bit of stillness here in our downward facing dog. Again, heels can be lifted up off the earth. When you're ready, next inhale, we'll come high up onto our tippy toes. Exhale, bend your knees, gaze forward, step or walk to the top of your mat. Let's inhale, halfway lift, flat back, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly roll all the way up to standing. Arms will reach up towards the sky. And then exhale, hands come to our low back. Let's inhale, lift through our chest. Exhale, press through our hips and come back. You can keep your chin tucked to your chest here, or you can drop your head back. It's your choice. Breathing wherever you are, rooting down through your feet, still lifting up out of your hips, even though you're in this small back bend. Breathe here, don't hold your breath. And an inhale will bring us back through center, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward, hinting from your hips, lead with your heart. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And then exhale, forward fold. Stay here in your forward fold. You can take a bend in your knees, bring your belly to your thighs. Option to grab opposite elbows here. You can shift from side to side. You can shake your head yes, you can shake your head no. If you do want a deeper stretch down the back sides of your legs, I'm going to heel toe my feet together and then take this right leg and bring my right foot to the outside of my left. So my legs are crossed here. And then I'm going to take my fingertips over to the right side of my mat, sending my hips over to the left. This is a deep stretch down the back right side of your leg and your outer hips here. Taking your gaze directly behind you. So if you're in your regular forward fold, gaze is to the back of your mat. If you're in this twisted leg forward fold with me, take your gaze right to your legs. Maybe even right in between your knees here. If you're in a twist, gently come back to your center, unwind your legs. Take your left foot to the outside of your right, and then hands walk over to the left side of your mat. Hips shift to the right. Inhale, come back through center, uncross your legs. We'll all release any grip that we have. We'll inhale, halfway lift, reset the spine, flat back, send your hips to the back of your mat. Exhale, forward fold, plant your hands, step back, high plank position, and then let's bring those knees down to the earth, untuck your toes, and slowly lower all the way down. Heels of your hands slide back. Inhale, lift up, low cobra. Gaze is at the floor. Exhale, come back down, tuck your toes. Inhale, lift through your tabletop, and then exhale presses you back, downward facing dog. Go ahead, walk out your dog here. Again, shaking your head yes, shake your head no. All right, let's go through that one more time. Sun A. So this is your option for a vinyasa. Know that you can always skip a vinyasa, or you can take it into a low cobra. You don't always have to go into an up dog. So when you're ready, let's inhale, come high up onto your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Step walker, hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll up to standing. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold, plant your hands, step back, higher low plank, your choice. High planks will lower halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale, lift up, upward facing dog, legs are lifted off the mat. Exhale will pull you back, downward facing dog. Beautiful work. All right, so again, you can always skip a vinyasa and just come straight back into your downward facing dog at any point in time. All right, so when you're ready, let's inhale, right leg reaches up to the sky. Again, bending your knee, open up your hip. Take 1 or 2 hip circles here, knee circles. Switch directions. And then they'll re-straighten that right leg towards the sky. Step it through right next to your right thumb. Back knee comes down to the earth. Coming onto our cupcake fingers, so onto our fingertips. Let's inhale, heart reaches forward. And then exhale, set our hips back. You can lift these right toes up off the earth. A little half split here. Inhale brings you forward. And then an exhale pulls you back. You can walk your hands alongside of your leg here. Just when you shift your hips back and straighten your right leg, make sure you have a micro bend in your knee. Then if you want a deeper stretch here, we'll sit back half split. Take your left hand, grab the outside of your right leg, hinge forward, send your hips back. So really draw this right thigh bone back into the hip socket. Toes are lifting up off the mat. Hips are squared towards the front. And our right hand is planting on the earth to support us. Breathe wherever you are, connecting with your breath. Micro bend in this right knee if you're in this intense stretch. And then we'll gently release. We'll all come forward here. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. And then exhale, sink through your hips. Press your hips forward. You can bring your hands to your low back here if you'd like, or keep your arms raised up into the sky. Wherever you are, and your arms are up towards the sky, draw your shoulders back and down. Spread your fingertips wide. And again, we'll inhale, lift and lengthen. And then exhale, press your hips forward. Maybe you come back for a little bit of a back bend. Dropping your head back if you'd like, shifting your gaze to the sky. Breathe. It's a deep stretch down your front left thigh. And an inhale, we'll come back down to the earth, framing this front foot. You can heel toe it slightly. Tuck your back left toes, lift this back knee up off the earth. So we want our feet staggered here. We're on a railroad track, not a tightrope. Sink your hips low, and then draw this heel over your back left toes. Inhale, root to rise, high lunge. Beautiful. Find your lunge space here. Breathing, sinking through your hips. Maybe your front thigh is working parallel to the earth. It's okay if it's not this morning. Let's again inhale, lift up out of your hips, lengthen through your spine, and then exhale, sink low. Arms come onto the horizon. Now we're coming into a little twist flow. So we're going to keep our arms out in front of us here. Keep this left hand extended. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale, right hand drops down and around and reaches back behind us, twisting to the right. Inhale, come back through center. And then exhale, left hand reaches back behind us, back heel spins down, warrior two. And again, going back through that very slowly. Inhale, come back, high crescent. Arms reach up, back heel is lifting up off the earth. Take a breath, sink low, reconnect. Take another deep inhale, next. And then exhale, hands come down in front of us. Right arm reaches back behind us, twisting on an exhale. Inhale will bring you back through center. And then exhale, open up, warrior two, back heel spins down. Inhale, come back, high lunge. Exhale, twist to the right. Find your flow. It's okay if you're going a little bit faster or slower than me. Inhale will bring you forward. And then an exhale opens you up. Warrior two, back heel spins down. So you're rotating on this back foot. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, come forward, high lunge. Exhale, open up, warrior two. You got it. Two more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, open up, warrior two. And you can bring your arms out in front of you or over your head, whatever works best. Last one, wherever you are. And we'll all meet back in a high lunge. Arms reach up. Sink a little bit deeper, strong back leg. And then exhale, open up, warrior two. Readjust your footing if you need to. If you find that your towel is messed up. Then we're going to take this into a reverse. So let's inhale, glide forward, flip your palm. Exhale, reverse your warrior, straighten your front leg. Give it a rest. Breathe. Right fingertips are reaching back behind you. Slight bend in your front right knee. And then we'll all come back, warrior two, to extended side angle. Right forearm onto our right thigh. Left fingertips can be reaching forward. If you're feeling good today, you can take your right fingertips down to the floor or a block, or just stay up here with me, trying to sink low through our hips. Really engage through your core here, so pull up that low belly. And if you want, you can test and see how much weight you're keeping in this right arm. So we want our right arm light on our right thigh. So if you'd like, let's just gently pull up this right arm and then sit it back down. So your torso shouldn't be moving at all because our core is working so strong and our legs are working so hard to keep us lifted at this angle. So if you feel like you're dumping every time you lift up your arm, you're probably putting a little too much weight there. One more round of breath. Let's all inhale, come back, warrior two. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to frame this front right foot. Back toes turn forward. Step back, high plank position. You can take a vinyasa, or you can press back into a downward facing dog. It's your choice. We'll all meet in a downward facing dog. Wherever you are, let's take a deep breath together. So exhale, take a deep inhale through your nose, belly breath. And then exhale, ha out through your mouth. See your lips and continue with that inhale and exhale out through your nose if you're practicing it. Then we'll step our feet together at the back of our mat. Inhale, left leg lifts high, bend your knee, open up your hip. Go ahead, take a few knee circles here. Switch directions. And then inhale, left leg shoots high to the sky. Exhale, step it through right next to your left thumb. Back knee spins down. Untuck those back toes. And then again, coming up onto our cupcake fingers. Let's inhale, heart reaches forward. And then exhale, sink your hips back. Toes can lift up off the earth. You need a little half split stretch in here. Inhale brings you forward. And an exhale pulls you back. Flowing with your own breath. And then listening to your breath for cues. So if you feel like it's getting shallow, maybe you're moving a little bit too fast or in a little too deep in a pose. And we'll all come back. If you want to take that intense stretch with me, I'm going to shift my hips back towards the back of my mat, keeping a micro bend in my left knee. My left toes are off the earth. I'm going to reach around with my right hand, grabbing for the outside edge of my left foot. My left hand is planted on the earth, or it could be on a block to support you. And then we'll send our hips to the back of our mat, shifting forward. Gaze comes down to our left leg or the floor. And breathe. Try to channel that breath down into your left leg, finding a little bit of ease with every exhale. One more round of breath. And then inhale, we'll come forward. Again, coming into our low crescent. Arms will reach up on an inhale. Then exhale, you can bring your hands to your low back or keep them lifted. It's your choice. Let's all inhale, lift up out of your hips, pull back, and then exhale, shift your hips forward, lengthening through your spine here still. Maybe shifting your gaze to the sky. Trying to get a deep, nice long stretch down your front right thigh. Breathe wherever you are. And an inhale will bring you back down to the earth. Tuck your back right toes, lift this back right knee. Again, staggering our feet here, coming up into our high lunge. Inhale, we'll lift, root to rise. Sink low and find your balance. When you're ready, making our way into that twist flow. Arms come down onto the horizon. This time, our right arm will be reaching forward and stay there. Strong, straight back leg. Heel is over the ball of my foot. Take a deep inhale forward. Exhale, twist. Left fingertips reach behind us. Twisting to the left. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, spinning that back heel down. Open up, warrior two. Inhale, come forward. High lunge. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come forward. Remember, pivot on that back foot. Back heel spins down when you open up, warrior two. Relax your arms. Inhale, high lunge, heel lifts. Exhale, twist. Strong core. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, open up. Again, flowing at your own pace. Let's take 3 more. Last one, wherever you are. We'll all come forward, high lunge. Breathe here, reconnect, sink low through your hips. Left knee is stacked over our left ankle, back leg working strong and straight. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Readjust your foot or your stance if you need to, or your towel. Take your time, relax through your shoulders. When you're ready, let's inhale, glide forward, flip your palm. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Breathe, straighten this front leg. Micro bend in your front knee. Reconnecting. And we'll all inhale, come back through center. Warrior two, bend in your front knee. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, twist and hinge over this front leg. Back right toes turn forward, step back, high lunge. Oh, just kidding. We're coming back into our warrior two real quick because we forgot extended side angle. So we're going to bring our left forearm to our left thigh. Right fingertips reach forward. Just kidding. Sorry. So our right fingertips are going to be reaching forward and you can sink low through your hips. Again, if you're feeling good today, you can drop this left hand down to the earth, or you can keep it up here with me. It's your choice. And then again, really hugging everything in and up. Our legs are working strong here. If you want to take that little test with me, so weight should be light in this left arm, go ahead and lift it up and bring it back down. Our torso shouldn't be lifting and our hips should stay right where they are. So this is just a little anchor point for us. We're not actually dumping all of our weight forward into this front arm. Breathe wherever you are. And an inhale, we'll come back, warrior two. Arms reach up overhead. Now we can exhale, hinge forward. Step this left foot back to meet our right. High plank position. Go ahead, take a vinyasa. Or you can press back. Downward facing dog. It's your choice. We'll all meet back in downward facing dog. Go ahead, take any movement you need in your downward facing dog. If you'd like, you can take a drink of water or come down into a child's pose. If not, I'm going to take a quick flip dog if you want to join me. Feet step together at the back of our mat. Inhale, right leg lifts high, bend your knee, open up your hip. Right toes to the left side of our mat. Right fingertips reach forward. Lift through your hips. Hand option, cactus open this arm. Opening up your right shoulder. Breathe. You got it. When you're ready to come back over, soften through your knees. Right leg to the sky. Right hand plants. Right leg comes down. Left side this time. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Bend your knee. Open up your hip. Left toes to the right side of our mat. Left fingertips reach forward. Again, lifting and pressing through our hips here. Option to cactus open this top arm. Breathe. Left fingertips reach forward. And then soften through your knees. Come back over. Downward facing dog. If you're on the floor in child's pose or grabbing a drink of water, go ahead, meet us back in downward facing dog. We're going to slowly walk our feet up to meet our hands at the top of our mat. We'll inhale, roll all the way up to standing. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, sink low into your chair. So our tailbone is tucking under, low belly pulling in. You can wiggle your toes and see them. Hands come through heart center. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, sink low. Breathe. Bring our hands to our hips here. And we're going to keep our right foot planted. Take our weight into our right. Come up onto the ball of our left foot. Then we're going to take a big step back, coming into warrior one. Arms reach up. Exhale, sink low. Option, bring your hands back down onto your hips. Draw this right thigh bone back into your hip. So our right hip is pulling back. Left hip is rolling forward to square them off towards the front. Pull your low belly in. Arms reach up. And then sink low back through your hips. Breathe. Your pinky fingers can spin in to relax your shoulders down your back here. One more inhale will lift you up. And then an exhale will take you down. Both hands plant on the inside of your right foot. Turn on your back toes, coming down, lizard pose. So you have some options here. You can take your blocks, bring them underneath your forearms, and allow your knee to fall open here if that suits you today. Or you can keep your foot firmly planted, working your way on down to your mat. We're only here for a few short breaths. So wherever you are, try to keep your mind present, focusing on your breath. Option to lift up, reach back. So we want our right foot planted for this one. Reach back with your right hand, grab your left foot, deep quad stretch here. Being very mindful. It's okay if you skip it today if you're not feeling it. And if you have that quad grip, just gently release. We'll all meet back in our high lizard. So plant this right foot on the earth. Then again, we're going to heel toe our right foot to our midline. So both of our hands are framing our right foot. Tuck your back left toes, lift your back left knee. Heel spins onto the earth and root your eyes, coming back, warrior two, beautiful. Inhale, glide forward, flip your palm. Exhale, reverse your warrior, straighten this front leg again. We'll come back through center. So coming into triangle, I'm going to bring my hands to my hips, keep this front leg straight. Keep a micro bend in your knee. If you'd like, you can grab your block and bring it to the outside of your right foot. Heel toe your back left foot in slightly. But our left toes are going to be facing towards 11 o'clock here. So arms will come back out onto the horizon. And let's glide forward like we're about to reverse our warrior. Draw your hips back and in. So we're sending our hips towards the back of our mat. You can allow this left hip to roll forward here. When you're ready and you're reaching as far as you can, right hand comes to the floor of the block. Left fingertips reach towards the sky. Breathe and connect. Both feet are firmly planted onto the mat. And relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Find your pose. You can use any level of block here. Then when you're ready, we're going to gently take this left hand down to the earth or to a block, framing our front right foot. Then we'll step our back left foot in. So we have about 2 feet, 2.5 feet even between our stance here. Let's all press firmly through our feet, lift up. So again, we want our hip points squared to the front of our mat, just like in our warrior one. So we want to draw our right hip forward and draw our right hip back, left hip rolls forward. So you can even make this little like tick action here. Micro bend in your front knee. Coming into our pyramid pose. You can take a reverse namaste if you want, shoulder rinse, or you can keep your hands on your hips here with me. Let's inhale, lift through our chest, and exhale, hinge forward, leading with our heart. Again, sending our hips back towards the back edge of our mat. Hands can come to the floor of the blocks as we begin to round our spine. Forehead is working to our knee. We want our back heel rooted onto the earth. So if it's lifting up, step it in just a bit. Now, option here, you can stay here, or you can take a block to the inside of your right foot. Plant your left hand, take a deep inhale here, and then exhale, twist, opening up to the right. So for your revolved pyramid pose here, you can take your right hand to your hip. Doesn't have to look perfect. We're just practicing. And breathe. And when you feel comfortable, you can come back into that pyramid pose, maybe taking it a little bit deeper if you'd like. Or you can stay in revolved, it's your choice. If you're in that revolved pyramid, gently make your way back. Gently lift up, bring our left foot right underneath our hip. Inhale, gently roll up to standing Tadasana, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, step back, high or low plank. You can take this into a vinyasa, or you can press back into a downward facing dog. It's your choice. All meet in a downward facing dog. All right. Let's inhale, come high up onto our toes. Exhale, bend your knees, step, walk, or hop to the top of your mat. Sink your hips low. Inhale, lift up, chair pose. Hands come through heart center. Again, you can wiggle your toes here. Weight is in your heels. Inhale, lift through your heart. Exhale, sink through your hips. Hands come through heart center. Let's take all of our weight into our left foot now. Come up onto the ball of your right. Step back, toes face towards 2 o'clock on your back foot. Arms reach up, warrior one. You can find your warrior one stance. Hands can come to your hips. Draw your left hip back now. Right hip roll forward, just like we practice in our pyramid. Hip points are coming forward. Arms reach up. Pinky fingers can spin in. Relax your shoulders down your back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sink low. Breathe. One more inhale to reach up. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to frame this, on the inside of your left foot, coming into our lizard. So our back heel will lift up off the earth. Knee comes down to the earth. Now you can stay lifted here. You can come onto your blocks, whatever is going to work. Whatever feels good. And then you can also open up this left knee. So coming on the outside edge of your left foot, allowing your sole of your foot to open up and face you. Breathing into new tension points. Notice the difference between pain and stretching and the difference in your left and right side body. So if something felt good on your right, it might not feel good on your left. And if you took that quad stretch, you want to take it on this side. Plant your left foot firmly on the earth. Reach back with your left hand. Grab your right foot. Right hand is planting. Trying to hug everything in and up. And then we'll gently release. We'll heel toe. We'll all come back through center and heel toe our left foot to midline. Tuck your back right toes. Lift your back right knee. Heel spins down to the earth. Coming into our warrior two. Lift up. Arms open up onto the horizon. Breathe wherever you are. You got it. Reversing our warrior. Inhale. Fingertips reach forward. Flip your palm. Reverse your warrior. Straighten this front leg. And then we'll come back onto the horizon. This front leg is still straight. Micro bend in your knee. Hands come to your hips. And then again, drawing this right hip in and up, or sorry, our left hip in and up. I'm dyslexic this morning. And then shooting our hips to the back edge of our mat. So you have this sassy bottom going on. Arms reach out. Breathe. Inhale, glide forward. And then when you can't reach forward anymore, go ahead, grab your block and bring it to the outside edge of your left foot. Right fingertips reach up towards the sky, coming into our triangle pose. Find what feels good and suits your body best. If you need to heel toe this back foot, and you can, that feels a little bit better. Then relax your shoulders down your back. Your gaze can be to the floor, to the side of the room, or up towards the sky. You can even bring this top hand on your hip if you'd like. Then when you're ready, we're going to turn our torso to face our mat. You can grab your other block if you'd like. Then we're going to step this right foot in. So we have about a 2.5-2-foot stance here in between our feet. Let's inhale, lift up, pressing firmly through both feet. Then again, hands come to our hips. Same thing like our warrior one. Hip points should be coming forward. Draw your left thigh bone back into the hip socket. Right hip rolls forward. When you're ready, go ahead, grab any stance that you'd like. So if you want to take namaste hands or shoulder rinse, you can come here with me, hands on the hips. Inhale, chest reaches forward. Exhale, hinge forward. Send your hips to the back of your mat. Go ahead, take your hands to the blocks. As you hinge, lead with your heart. And then when you're ready, begin to round your spine. Forehead is working towards your knee. Back heel is rooted firmly onto the earth. Still micro bend through your front knee. Don't hyperextend it backwards. And then again, option to stay here working on your pyramid pose, or you can take a block to the inside of your left foot. Right hand plants on that block or the floor. Take a deep inhale here, lengthen. And then exhale, twist. Left fingertips reach towards the sky, or you can bring your left fingertips onto your hip. It's your choice. Legs are scissoring together, squeezing in tight. You got it. Breathe. Doesn't have to look good. And when you're ready to come back down, left fingertips gently plant on the floor or the block as you hinge forward into your pyramid pose. When you're ready, gently step this right foot up to meet your left. We're going to inhale, slowly roll all the way up to standing. Arms reach up. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Then exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, step back. Take your last vinyasa, or you can press back into a downward facing dog. It's your choice. We'll all meet in a downward facing dog. Let's gently make our way onto the earth. And then we'll come on down to our backs. We'll bend the soles of our feet, bend our knees, bringing the soles of our feet to our mat. Bend the soles of our knees, that doesn't make sense. And then we'll bring our right foot up and over our left knee. So we're coming into a reclined pigeon. Flex your right toes back towards your knee. Pick up this left leg, interlace all 10 fingers on the back side of your left thigh. You can stay here, take a deep inhale. Exhale, pull your legs into your chest. Keep this right knee open out to the side with your right elbow. So put your elbow right in the crook of your knee to keep it open. And then allow your tailbone to fall flat. Relax your shoulders down to the earth. Eyes can be open or closed. Few more rounds of breath. And we'll gently release, switch our legs. Left leg over right. Flex your left toes back towards your knee. Interlace all 10 fingers behind your right thigh. And then again, you stay here. You engage the intensity. And then when you're ready, take a deep inhale. Exhale, pull it in. And then you can take that left elbow to the crook of your left knee as you gently pull it in, relaxing your tailbone down. Try to allow your shoulders to melt towards the floor. The back of your head should be on your mat or a pillow. A few more rounds of breath. If you feel like your mind is wandering, refocus on your breath or your intention. And then we'll gently release. Let's take our legs up to the sky. Give them a nice little wiggle. Open and close your toes. You can roll out your feet. I'm going to bring my knees down so I have a 90-degree angle. Arms are spread wide. Just a quick twist here. Take an inhale through center and then exhale, twist to the right or the left. It's your choice. Take your gaze over to the opposite hand or keep it to the sky here. Allow your shoulders and upper body to relax into the twist and relax down into your mat. We'll gently come back through center. So press through both palms, bring your knees through center, and then exhale, twist to the opposite side. Again, taking your gaze over to your left or right hand or opposite hand here, or to the sky. Allow your shoulders and upper body to relax into the mat. And then on the next inhale, press both palms into the earth. Bring those knees back into your chest. Give them a nice big squeeze. Open up, happy baby, grabbing for the outer edges of your feet, your calves, your thighs, whatever's available today. And you can shift from side to side, opening one leg up and then the other. And then this is Yogi's choice. If you want to take any other movement right now, you can. You can go ahead and meet us in Shavasana when you're ready. If it's an asymmetrical pose, remember to switch sides. Then if you're in happy baby with me, I'm going to gently bring my knees back into my chest. One more good squeeze in, dropping my tailbone down towards the earth. And then gently relaxing into my Shavasana. Now your Shavasana is yours, so you can make this a big star shape. You can have your hands down by your side, up over your head. You can even lay on your belly if you'd like. Wherever you are, again, relaxing and melting. So we're letting gravity do the work here. So we gently shut off our toes and our fingers. Ankles are falling open. Legs are relaxing and shutting off. We're feeling the support of the earth underneath us as we soften through our shoulders and in our neck. Relax your jaw. Unwrinkle your brow. And you just feel the gentle rise and fall of your belly, letting any thought just pass on by. You are more than welcome to stay in Shavasana this morning if you'd like. Or when you're ready, begin to wiggle your fingers, toes. We'll take one big morning stretch together wherever you are. So bring your feet together. Take a deep inhale, reach your fingers and toes in opposite directions. Exhale, release, relax down. And then you can roll to your favorite side, cradling your head in your arm. When you're ready, gently press yourself up to a seated position or a comfortable position. Going right back to the beginning, to where we started. Draw our shoulders right up over our hips. Chin on the horizon. Press firmly to the earth. Let's inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Gaze down at your fingertips here. Return to your intention and hold it. Either let it go if it was for your practice, or nurture it throughout your day or your weekend. Thank you all so much for flying with me today. It's always an honor, and I'm so happy to see you here. Namaste. Thank you guys for coming. It was so fun. The first live stream on here. Good morning, Nancy. Anyway, so this will be up later on YouTube. If I can do it properly, in case anybody missed it, I'll send it out on an email. And then, yeah, like and subscribe to help me out here. And we'll see if this continues or we'll go back to Zoom. But I will send out an email. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.